Yo, what is up guys? So it's no secret that the New Orleans Pelicans haven't had an ideal start. Actually, they've had the worst start that you could possibly have as an NBA team. As of the recording of this video, they haven't won a single game. Even with super talent Anthony Davis, who in his 5th year of his career has been putting up numbers that only legends before him have also put up. And considering the performances Anthony Davis has given, this has led to him becoming a bit frustrated. And I don't blame him, and neither do other fans. People are already wondering if he may demand a trade. The New Orleans Pelicans don't start winning, will Anthony Davis demand a trade? That is a serious question in the NBA world right now, and there are even trades already surfacing on the internet, these trade rumors surfacing on the internet. And so I decided to take a look at some teams that I think had the potential to trade for Anthony Davis if the Pelicans were forced to trade Anthony Davis. Because let's be honest here, that's the only reason they will get rid of Anthony Davis, is basically if they are forced to. Let me just say this to Pelicans fans watching this video. While it will hurt losing Anthony Davis, it's not like you're not going to be getting anything back. The Pelicans are still going to ask a lot for him in trade value. We're talking about young talent plus first round draft picks. So off the top, there are only a handful of teams that I believe have the potential to trade for Anthony Davis. I decided to get the most obvious one out the way first, yo. If there's a big name available this season, the Boston Celtics, you can believe, will be a front runner to land them. The Boston Celtics have assets for days, whether it's in the form of young talent or draft picks. They'll own the next 2 first-round picks of the Brooklyn Nets, and those are automatically like top 10, maybe even top 5. So that's a lot of value right there. Plus you're looking at young players like Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, which is where the package will start. With Jaylen Brown, that's the main player the Pelicans, I believe, would ask for in that trade. He's a very promising career ahead of him. He just had a nice game against the Cleveland Cavaliers a couple nights ago. So, you know, he's a very promising young player, so the Pelicans, it would help ease the pain of getting rid of Anthony Davis. Plus, I think they asked for a little more, maybe like someone like Marcus Smart or something, plus a draft pick, most likely the Nets 2017 draft pick. If you're the Celtics, this is basically a no-brainer for you. They have been in rumors all summer long, whether it was regarding Blake Griffin or Jimmy Butler, the Celtics were in those rumors. And so there's no doubt that they're looking to acquire someone like Anthony Davis, and I think if the opportunity showed up, the Boston Celtics wouldn't think twice. This is a really interesting one. Going from one team that hasn't won to another team that hasn't won, it seems like a lateral move, but it's not at all. The Pelicans and the Sixers are a different type of bag. And the Sixers do have a couple of nice trade assets, yo. Jahlil Okafor and Nerlens Noel, plus of course they have draft picks. Everyone knows the Sixers are already looking to move at least one of Jahlil Okafor or Nerlens Noel. And if Anthony Davis was available, I think that they'd be willing to move both, which I believe is what the Pelicans would ask for. They would probably ask for both. The Sixers would be crazy not to do that. Imagine this. You have Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis and Ben Simmons when he comes back from injury. So you went from last year of trust the process to now the process is over. The process is done. The process is freaking over. You're talking about a juggernaut team for the next who knows how many years. This will probably be one of my favorites just because of the thought of pairing Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis together is just, like, there's no words to describe how great that would be. You compare Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis together. And of course the Timberwolves do have assets to make trades. And when it comes to what the Wolves would have to give up, it'll most likely be a package including Chris Dunn and Zach LaVine. And I know that would be a hard pill to swallow, especially Chris Dunn, who I like the kid. I'm high on Chris Dunn, and he's going to be a great defensive point guard. He's going to be a great offensive point guard. He's just going to be a really, really good point guard in this league, I can guarantee you. But still, the opportunity to pair Karl Anthony Towns with Anthony Davis and still have Andrew Wiggins on the team is just too great to pass up. Like, honestly, that is too great to pass up. This one's a little less likely to happen simply because the Lakers don't have a first round draft pick next year. Actually, Philadelphia owns that one. If the Pelicans are willing to settle for a 2018 first round draft pick, then they might be able to work something out here. The Lakers do have a couple of assets, Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram. Julius Randle has had a very nice season so far, and Brandon Ingram has been struggling, but you're still high on the kid's potential. He has star potential, which will help in trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Like I said, this one's a little less likely, especially if the other teams are offering what they're offering. But still, this will be a nice trade for the Lakers if they manage to pull it off. Right now, the face of their franchise is D'Angelo Russell, and he's going to be a very good player. He's a bit inconsistent right now, but I already know D'Angelo Russell is going to be a very good player in a couple of years. They would have the potential to be the best Lakers duo since Kobe and Shaq. The only only reason I could see this trade not going through is if the Bucks refuse to trade Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker and Antetokounmpo had built a nice chemistry together, you know. They look really good together on the court, especially offensively. And Jabari Parker is having a pretty good year. He's getting better, he's becoming a better shooter, and he's going to be a very good player in this league. But let's be honest here, this trade wouldn't happen without Jabari Parker. And most likely they'd have to give up prospect Thon Maker as well, who the Bucks drafted because they see the same things in him basically that they saw in Antetokounmpo. So it will most likely take a package deal of both those players plus a draft pick to land Anthony Davis. But on the other hand, could you really turn down the opportunity to pair Giannis Antetokounmpo along with Anthony Davis? I don't think you can do that if you're the Milwaukee Bucks. I know I would not be able to turn it down. Maybe it's just because that's what I would kill to see that pairing, yo. To be able to see Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Davis share the court together on a nightly basis, yo, that would be something to see. Offensive and defensive nightmare for opponents. Those are the teams that I think would have the best chance of trading for Anthony Davis should he become available. People would like to see him paired with, you know, John Wall, Russell Westbrook, DeMarcus Cousins, you know, people like that. But let's be honest here, those teams most likely don't have what it takes to land him. So those are just the 5 teams that I feel have the best chance to land him should he become available. Let me know which one you would like to see the most down in the comment section below. Keep in mind, this was just a hypothetical situation, just a situation should the Pelicans be forced to trade Anthony Davis. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smack that like button if you did, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And you guys already know I'll be back here tomorrow with an NBA recap. So until then, keep getting the Bucks team as DC, and I'm out of here. Peace!